So now we're just looking for some extra practice problems, finding the area of this right triangular prism. So this time it's a triangle. And so we've got the two bases. And one thing that you'll need to find on this is the hypotenuse of this base is 5. You can use Pythagorean theorem, or you can just recognize the triple right there. If it helps you to draw out that net, so again, what would happen if you cut it out and unfolded it? It would look something like this. This is 3. This is 4. This is your 5. This side would fold up with this side, so that's 5. This section would be, if you folded it back, would end up lining up with this section, so that's 3. And that's 6. So if it helps you to draw it out this way, draw out that net, go ahead. And so we have the two options. You can either just look at each face individually, find the area of it. We have 2 triangles, 3 rectangles that we have to find the area of, add them all together. If that's the case, the area of one triangle, excuse me, is base times height. So 2 times 4 times 3. Oops, triangle. So area of a triangle is half of 4 times 3. And then I'm doubling it because I've got this triangle here and this triangle here. So one of them would be half of 4 times 3, but I've got 2 of them. Remember, with the prism, the bases are the same. And then for this part, you have 2 options. You can do each rectangle individually. So that would be 4 times 6 plus 5 times 6 plus 3 times 6. Okay. And that gives you, so 4 times 3 is 12, half of that is 6. So you've got the 6 and the 6, which is 12 for the 2 bases, plus 24, plus 30, plus 18, which gives you, that's 30, 60, 84 inches squared. Okay, the other option is, instead of, again, that we've got that formula where it's 2 times the area of the 2 bases plus the perimeter times the height. And basically what that's doing is that's just looking at, instead of treating these as 3 separate rectangles, when you unfold it, this part has to wrap around there, so that's your perimeter of the base. It creates one big rectangle. The perimeter of your base, 3 plus 4 plus 5, is 9, 12. And so you have 2 times half of 4 times 3. That's 2 times the area of your base plus your perimeter, which is 12 times 6, equals, you get 12 here. 12 times 6 is 72, which gives you 84 inches squared. Both ways you get the same answer. Okay. So here's with the formula. So I went through it with both ways, but here I have it typed out with the formula. All right, find the surface area of a right cylinder with height of 18 centimeters and a radius of 10. So it's going to be 2, using the formula for a cylinder, 2 times pi times the radius squared plus 2 times pi times the radius times your height. And then here I went ahead and said round your answer to 2 decimal places, so just go ahead and type it all in your calculator. And you end up with, rounded to 2 decimal places, you would get that if you typed it all in your calculator. If you want to put it in terms of the pi, you've got 100 squared, which is, or 10 squared, which is 100, times 2, so you have 200 pi. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 times 18 is, oops, I think I had a typo there. 60 pi. This should be, have a typo there, I apologize. Should be 560 pi, not 506 pi. Just transpose 2 numbers. All right. Finishing up here, find the height of a right cylinder with a radius of 5 feet, surface area of 208. So 208 pi, that's our surface area. And I'm going to put that into the formula. So to find the surface area, it's 2 times pi times the radius, which is 5 squared, plus 2 times pi times the radius times the height, which I don't know. And so I can go ahead and simplify this all down. 5 squared is 25 times 2 is 50 pi, plus 2 times 5 is 10 pi times h. Subtract the 50 pi. And again, treat the pi's like you would an x, so they both have a pi, so we can combine them just like we could if it was 208x and 50x, and that would give us 158 pi, and then 10 pi h. Then I want to divide by the 10 and the pi. When I divide by the pi, those cancel out, and my height ends up being 15.8. Oops, sorry, clicked a little too quick. 15.8, and we're talking the height, so it's just feet.